Hello from a really sunny Aviva Stadium. It's a really gorgeous evening in Dublin ahead of Leinster v Lions in the quarter-final of the URC. And apologies for holding my mic like this. I usually go mad when I see people doing this, but my mic stand is downstairs in the media room as we speak. There's been one late withdrawal for Leinster. Thomas Clarkson is in for Tyg Furlong, who drops out of the side with Rabah Samani going onto the bench. Leo Cullen was up on Thursday, and probably the biggest talking point was the loss to Bordeaux. Leo described the team as going through a grieving cycle. He said that there was almost a horrific feeling in camp after that loss. And I have to admit, I actually haven't seen the match. I've been really sick all week with migraines, and I got about 30 minutes into the match, and not because of the score, but my head was splitting. I had to go and lie down and fall asleep. So I actually haven't seen the second half of that match. I'm kind of waiting until it hurts a bit less to actually sit down and watch it. As for the squad for today to face Lions, there were some talking points. One mainly being Sam Prendergast picked to start with Harry Byrne on bench with no room from Kieran Frawley. From what I've read and heard about the second half of the Champions Cup final, Kieran Frawley seemed to come on and make a real big difference for Leinster. As I said, I'm a big fan of his. I'm gutted that he will be going to Connacht, but obviously I will follow him there. I think it's great for his career anyway. But Leo Cullen was asked maybe was Kieran Frawley injured or something like that, but he confirmed no. He kind of indicated it was more a rotation thing. And he also said about Sam Prendergast that he is the future of Leinster and the future of Irish rugby. Even mentioning about Andy Farrell backing him, felt that people should get behind him and get behind the team in general. The other talking point from the press conference was James Lowe, who's set to make his 100th appearance for Leinster today. But there's a question mark on whether he will be around next season. It was a bit ambiguous from Leo's Cullen side. He said that he didn't want to make any announcements. Any announcements would be down to the particular player. So it kind of seemed to me that he might be on the way out. I know Murray Kinson on 42.ie had an article about him pretty much as that signed and sealed that he will be leaving Leinster at the end of the season. And also from what Leo Cullen said, it would indicate that. Maybe I've been listening to too many statement analysis podcasts and true crime podcasts while I've been sick. But he actually mentioned in the press conference, he said, I quote this, loved working with James Lowe in the past tense. So maybe I'm reading a little bit too much into it, but it definitely seemed like the positivity he had a few weeks ago, maybe about him staying with Leinster, it doesn't seem so certain. And maybe James Lowe is waiting till the end of the season, and maybe whenever Leinster finish up in the URC, whenever that will be, to announce his departure. He's obviously due to make his 100 appearance for Leinster today. He's currently joint top try scorer for Leinster, sharing the accolade with Shane Horgan on 69 tries. So if he gets a try tonight, he could overtake Shane Horgan with that statistic. Also, he was asked whether he had the energy to lead Leinster through another season next year after the disappointment of last weekend. And he said on the record, he was 100%, he felt like he had the energy to bring Leinster through another season. I think there's a year left on his contract at the moment. Also, I think another interesting call was having Rico One in at centre again, where he seemed to excel on the wing. But it seemed to be a thing of giving Gary Ringrose a break. I think Leo Cullen mentioned that he had a bit of a knock. Also, he confirmed that Ronan Kelleher is out with a neck injury. He didn't say how serious that was. It could have been just precautionary or a knock-on from that final. Paddy McCarthy has been ruled out again for the rest of the season. He only came back, and apparently he has injured the opposite leg to the one that was injured. So it'll be interesting to see whether he will be back for the summer series. After a disappointing week last week, there's lots of questions about this Leinster side and the future of this Leinster team. Leinster came up across the lines on the 9th of May in round 17. That was a pretty emphatic win, 31-7 on that occasion. So it'll be interesting to see whether Leinster can bounce back from the disappointment of last week. If they do, they will face Stormers in the quarter-final. They beat Cardiff today. the only Irish side left in the competition after Connacht were knocked out last night. That match was actually spoiled for me. I couldn't watch it last night, and it was spoiled for me by Premier Sports today when I was watching the Munster match. But obviously Munster got knocked out. That was really a hard one to watch, but I think they tried their best. I think they kept up the effort for the full 80 minutes, but it was a big ask with so many players missing. And then Connacht as well. I was disappointed to see them going out. I've really enjoyed them this season, and arguably they were the informed Irish side going into these quarterfinals. So let's see what Leinster can do today against the Lions. Again, it's absolutely perfect conditions. There was some indications of rain in the weather charts that I was looking at, but they haven't materialised. Touch wood. Again, I know I'm an absolute Jonah when it comes to the weather, and I say it's absolutely lovely, and next thing, the sky's open. But it seems really nice. It's really warm. I'm actually sitting in sandals. Don't judge me. Usually, I have boots and about 3 different coats on. So, what are your predictions for this final quarter final? Do you think Leinster have what it takes to get through to the semi-finals? And let me know where you'll be watching this from. Hopefully, you will be here because it's absolutely gorgeous. Or if not, are you sitting out in the garden having a glass of wine, watching it on the laptop? Or are you like me, someone that doesn't like the sun and is inside with 3 fans on them at the moment? So let me know what you think in the comments below. Stay tuned for the post-match press conferences coming up after the match. I'll see you again.